Yeah, welcome. So we are back at episode 2 of our podcast. So this one we're gonna have a discussions about our platform, our utilities. So basically, this is our the marketplace, the launch pad, and what we want to go around that, and as well as our partnership as well with LongPlay Studio. So let's just cover these two topics for now, and then we'll add more. We will do more coverage on different part of our ecosystem in the future. So at this point here, we just want to focus on like our game index, our launchpad, marketplace, and the partnership as well. So yeah, so let's start off with the simple discussions about what we are trying. So last time we were discussing about our platform, about what we're trying to do as a game hosting platform, and we know that the different platforms out there like Steam, like Epic Games, like Xbox Live and PlayStation Network, they will have their own platform as well. What makes us different and unique is what we incorporate the NFTs, which is the blockchain technology, into the game code. Either character asset or in-game asset, characters, skin, can be maps, or can be even an actual asset of the game itself. So if people were to buy and sell the digital copy of the game, that's where there will be the unique code for that, who basically the owner of that key pass or the NFT will be able to access and play those games. And without that, we will lock people out from accessing that game file, or accessing that game, specific game that being coded for. So yeah, so now that we have Blackbeard and Tomo here, so Blackbeard and Tomo, do you guys want to quickly say hello to the recording?
Sure. What's going on, guys? I hope you enjoy our recordings. We're gonna keep these coming. Trying to hopefully get our community more knowledgeable as far as where we're going, and who we are as people as well. It's important that you guys see that we're real people, just not some I don't even want to talk bad, but yeah, we're real, and
Yeah, well,
that's the main
yeah,
thing I
we,
want to
we
get
want to have
across.
a
But yeah, Tomo, if you want to say hi.
Hello, I'm the owner of the LongPlay Studio and the producer and the music composer, and I will be talking about music in games and music in general.
Yeah, I've
So
got a
we'll
lot of
try to-
questions. I've got a lot of questions
Yes.
for you, Tomo, so prepare yourself, buddy.
Can't wait. Yeah, can't wait.
Yeah.
Sorry, play,
Yeah.
play.
So do you want to
Yeah.
talk about like the marketplace first, and what that's going to do for the community, for the gaming community, and for the gaming community in general, everybody, developers and gamers and collectors, musicians, artists, different things like that? Want to talk about that first?
Yeah, for sure. First of all, I do apologize. I do have my baby next to me, so he was asleep and a bit of rollover nightmare, I believe. Just make a bit of crying sound.
You're such a good
But
dad.
look, look, I wouldn't call myself a good dad. I would just call myself an average person as a dad. So, there's nothing special to me as a father. Just, every father is as good as what they can be for their children. It's just the way that people assess the level of goodness, as a fatherhood. Everyone have different expectations. So anyway, so that aside, look, the discussion that we have here, that we're having here is, it's all general discussions. We're real people with an honest intentions, and that's why we want to do this recording. This recording is not pre-planned in any way. We just start recording. We know that we want to talk about the platform, like we know our topics, and we're basically just going from there. So we want people to hear our voices in a natural way as possible. We're not trying to do AMAs, trying to do marketing, any pitching anyway. It's just talking with honesty, with how we feel about what we are building, and things around us. So with the platform itself, right? What our platform is capable is our intent is to basically host games. So any indie games. We want to focus on we want to host games of any level. From amateur game creators into level of professional studio level. Our main focus at this point is to try to approach and invite as many indie games, indie devs as possible, as many as possible, because we believe that our platform can provide that unique opportunity for them to be a part of our ecosystem, to also grow with us as well. For example, many places, like this is one unique thing that we can happily say that we are fully supportive of it, because people deserve a chance. People deserve an opportunity. We are humans. We need to survive. We need to thrive. And that's no different from gaming industry as well. We all need to eat. We all need to do this. We don't need to do our daily routines. Game creators need to do the same. They want to build the games. They want to they have that passion to create the games. They want to build something they want to do for a long time. That what they want to fulfill, their goal, their dream, or whatever that they have set up. And one thing that they don't have the opportunity of is to get exposure, to get that recognition of their work. And that's where we do come in. That's where we do come in and provide that partnership with them, where our platform will actually provide the opportunity for them to even bring in the demo game or alpha version or beta versions of the game into our platform, that allow them to actually be able to release the game in such an early stage, so they can
just break into the industry.
That's right. To help them break into the industry, give them access to that revenue earning early as well, so they can keep being motivated and keep on building and finish that game, and that's the whole point of it. So they get the opportunity to earn. You keep them motivated. It also help the community that follows coming forward and enjoying the experience of the game, of the passion of the creators in such an early stage. And actually and grow with the creators as well.
What a cool experience.
It's unique, right? So it doesn't quite exist today. Like, if you want to go to Steam platform, Steam will never allow you to host, to publish your game on their platform as a gaming license. So that's what the opportunity that we can bring onto the table for the creators and for gamers as well, right? So gamers will get to be a part of that early, they get to join that journey in such an early stage. You don't have to, people don't have to wait until like a pre-launch games or pre-release testing, that kind of stuff to it. They can be a part of that journey, and that's what our platform is catering for.
Gamers love that.
Of course, as part of for sure. And not only that, but as part of our partnership program, right?
Yeah.
We're gonna have that agreement with the game developers that they will need to complete the game, the full game anyways, on our platform, and that is a win-win situation because they know that at this point, at such an early stage, they can generate some revenue to help them you know to help them build pave their way forward with the game creation and try to fulfill that dream, to try to finish that game for that the game that they're trying to build, and the community will have that access early, and then we come along here and we set that pathway and set that agreement of expectations where the game creators will need to commit to complete the game, which is a good thing because the game creators want to finish the game anyway. They want to finish building the game.
Yeah.
So, but why not? But why not finish the game and earn that revenue early by releasing an early version of the game and generate revenue, keep them motivated, and it'll give them that additional, that boost, that energy for them to try to get that game out to the community, have that full version, and get that sense of achievement, right?
Yeah.
And that's one of the opportunities for the game creators.
And as a gamer,
I know that we're talking about the game. Yeah.
As a gamer, you're getting that first edition demo before anybody else. That everybody that's in the game that are gamers that I know of, if they're it's awesome to get onto betas, of your your game that you like,
Yeah.
So offering that up, the demos and things, and then they have that as a collectible now, yeah, I think that's awesome, man.
Yeah, it's really good. Like nowadays, right? If you can get into alpha or beta testing, you can see yourself as one of the special, one of the special group that can get into those kind of access. So that's what our platform want to do, right? Our platform want to open up that gap as well between creators and the game developers and the players as well, where they get to be a part of that, right? And I know I'm repeating myself, but it's a special moment. It's a special moment for gamers and game creators because they're getting direct honest feedback from early players in such an early stage.
Yeah.
Even and gamers understand, having early access to games, they're going to come across bugs, they're going to come across all kinds of errors and all that stuff, but it's a forgiving stage as well because they also get to contribute the feedback to the game creators.
Yes, and that's one of the biggest problems I have with Battlefield is I feel like I can't get my voice out there. And man, I've been in this community since day one when it came out on PS2. I was playing it on PC before that, and I know what is best for this dang game, and it just keeps going worse and worse and worse. And I have no say. I can't tell these people anything of my opinion, which is I have way more. I would say street cred, I would say, if you want to call it, towards this game than most people because I played it so long. There's hardly anybody left. I'm telling you that I've been playing from PlayStation 2 that are still playing this game. There's very few left. And the reason is they've gone away from so much and you cannot tell them. They listen to YouTube streamers too much, they'll take their word. And these YouTube streamers, they're newer gamers, man. They're not the ones that know where this game needs to go or what we want. And now it's come to the point that the game has died. Literally, it's been out a year, and you might get 2,000 a night on every platform for this game. And it's so sad because there wasn't back in the day, there wasn't a day that I would not play it, And now I have no interest. I'm playing a game that came out in 2013 because my voice is unheard. You know, I've gone into the different discords and things like that, but none of the actual people that mean anything are contactable. You know, so it's just depressing. And with our platform, man, that wouldn't even really be a concern. You know?
Yeah, yeah. Well, gamers will have a, you know, they will have direct access to growing with the game creators, and they also get to have that direct input to be able to work with the game creators to help game creators finish building the game, with all the ideas and all the feedback that go into them, you know.
Yeah.
And that's the whole point, you know, because game devs want to build something for people to enjoy, and that's what developers bring. That's what development is. Players want to enjoy the game as well. That they want to enjoy the game that is, you know, that is fair, that is fun, addictive, that it doesn't have, you know, a stupid bug, a stupid spawning spot, you know, or crazy OP characters or class or ability that break the game because everyone will have to play the same type of characters, the same type of class, just to be able to thrive on, to survive in the game, to be able to do better. You know, it should be, you know, it should be balanced, it should be well thought, and it you know, it should be working, you know, that, and all of that, they should be working well together, you know, between creators and between gamers, you know, community, because community is, to to the gaming world, right? The gaming community is what the money is. If people play the game, they bring the money in to make purchase of the in-game asset in the game itself. They're the one who will contribute that revenue for the game creators.
Yeah.
And game creators building games, they need that feedback, not just money as well. They need the feedback on how to improve the game, how to make it better. So, you know, and providing that opportunity, so it's early access for game creators to earn the revenue early and build a game to the full version is a unique experience on its own. And that's a cherry on top of what our platform's offering. So, you know, and that being said, like, you know, to make our platform, why should people come to our platform apart from that? Like, you know, what is NFT? What is blockchain technology? You know, where 95% of the world doesn't really know, doesn't really understand this, apart from people are skeptical about crypto, you know, being scam money and all that kind of stuff, digital money. That's not real. But that is...
It's going to be simple why they're going to come here. As soon as they find out they can sell their freaking digital games back, it's over. I mean, where else can they do that? So they're going to come here. It's a new invention. You don't want your game anymore, you sell it. That's it.
Yeah,
you couldn't do that
that's
before.
Right.
You couldn't do that before. So I mean, that's the most basic way to put it. You know, why would I go there? Because why the hell would I go and buy a game somewhere else when I can sell my game back?
Yeah. Well, it's absolutely no brainer, right? So, you know, if you were to ask common, simple question to people with choices, that if you now were to have choice, additional choice for you to choose, whether you choose or not is up to you, but the choice is there. Whether you spend money to play the game and you'll never see a daylight of it again, or you spend money on the same game on this platform, you will have the opportunity to get your money back. If you're done with the game, you can resell those characters, the skin, or the copy of the game back into the circulation and let someone else buy it. You make some money back. And maybe some of those games, some of those characters, or some of those skin may be rare, collectible, that people really wanted. You may even make profit out of it. You know? And that's the choice.
There's nothing else offering that out there.
It doesn't exist. It doesn't exist in the crypto space itself. It doesn't exist in the global space, gaming space either at this point. So, you know, that's what we are offering. And, you know, our our platform also, not only for gamers, right? So we also will offer the opportunity for artists and music creators to release their their creations on our platform as well, right? So not only the artists and the music creators will get to earn money as well, and you know, and have to their followers and their fans and all that kind of stuff. But they also will have a unique opportunity where potentially they could they could do collaborations behind the scene. You know, the artists can potentially can create unique arts for the game design for the game developers, so they can build that unique game, that special game that they always wanted to build that no one thought of. And the music creators can contribute their style of music into the game, that matching, that matching the game environments that the game devs are creating. So this will also promote the creators' collaboration behind the scene. So that our platform, that's what the platform should be, right? So yes, we are a game hosting platform. We're gonna have so many games in the future on our platform. We're gonna have so many user base coming in to enjoy the games, to be able to buy and sell outside, and
And you're providing network
and
opportunities right there,
yeah,
big time.
that's right. Yeah, that's right. That provide a unique opportunity for them, and on top of that, the creators will have that collaborations opportunity.
Yep.
The game devs don't have to go around and looking for artists, to design this and that for them. We're gonna have, with time, as our platform matured more and more with age and time,
Mm-hmm.
there's gonna be more good artists on board with us. There's gonna be more good music creators with us, and that is this on top of what we already offered in the first place. The partnership with LongPlay Studio, where our partnership with the studio, with LongPlay is basically we give this opportunity to allow the game creators, to create a unique sound for the game, and that's what LongPlay Studio will come into play, right? So Tomo and his team, will be able to help the game creators produce their unique sound, theme songs, music for the game, and it's only going to be available for the game.
Yeah.
And on top of that, we don't actually charge. That's free of charge. That's part of our service. That's part of our service to our creators, because we know that it's such an early stage. We want them to focus on building their game.
Yeah.
That's the time that they should be doing. That's the thing that they should be focusing on, which is bringing the dream to life. That's achieving that goal. That's what they should be focusing on. They shouldn't be having to focus so much about I need to worry about music. I need to go find music creators.
Yeah. What a luxury.
Music is the last thing. It's the last thing for the game. Yeah, that's right. It's a luxury. It's a luxury offer.
Yeah.
Because people building games, they don't have those kind of luxuries. They have to reach out to other people to try and help them.
Yeah.
Maybe some developers may be lucky enough to have friends or someone that can produce music, but that kind of opportunity, that kind of privilege, doesn't available to anyone. And matter of fact, the majority of that doesn't have that privilege.
Yeah. Most companies aren't going to do anything for free.
No, they're not going to do that for free, because it takes a lot of time and money, right, to be able to produce something, and also help somebody doing it. It's a free work. Nobody like doing free work.
Yeah.
And that's our platform coming in. I mean, are we doing free work? Somewhat, yes, we are doing free work, but that's because we give a shit about our game devs partners. We know that they would need a lot of resource and tools and support as much as possible. But that being said, we do have a way to incentivize LongPlay Studio, right? So we do have that plans in place and all that as well. So instead of game devs will have to pay for that, or fork out the money to pay for the music asset and aspect of that. We cover that for them. But part of our partnership, so I do have to mention that, right? Part of our partnership, we do ask game devs to actually do a donation between 2 to 5% to LongPlay Studio from their initial sales. And to be honest, 2 to 5% is not that much. It's only a couple of $100.
Yeah.
That's for the game to have
Music.
to have all the
Professional
all the
music.
music and songs, professional, created by state-of-the-art professional music studio, create those sound for their game, specifically for them, just for them.
Yeah. Let's talk about the professional studio that we've got here, Tomo. You want to talk about maybe some of the items that you use, and maybe what type of work you've done in the past and things like that?
Yes, I'm not sure if people generally are familiar with the music equipment. So well,
if you say it's professional,
I can talk about equipment.
We'll trust you.
Yes.
Yeah, you're right.
We are using solid state logic mixing console. We bought it new. It was, I think, 2 years ago, directly from the company in England, and it was the first one here in whole region.
Oh.
And everybody are using, all professionals using that kind of mixing desk. They are all on, SSLs, on NAVs, APIs, and so on. And we are using PMC monitoring, which is, for me, the best in the class. And that's it, yeah.
Can't imagine that stuff.
Also, we are building new room now, which will be able to mix in Dolby Atmos in 7.1.4 standard. And for that room, we ordered Genelec sound system, which is also the standard for gaming and movies and so.
Awesome.
So that's it about.
So just to quickly touch up on that. Sorry about that. So Tomo, just to quickly touch up on it. So the new studio that you are building now, and the Dolby Atmos there. So the quality of that's going to be like a cinematic quality, right? So that's what something like Disney, Pixar, and like Warner Brothers are actually producing, right?
Yes, true. And a lot of music producers are switching to Atmos standard. So I think, my opinion is that in maybe a year or two, the music will be in Atmos also. So I was just talking with the producer. He was here maybe a month ago. His name is Lance Powell. He's Grammy nominated with the project with the Nick Cave. And I was just talking with him about the Atmos. If you mix music, music is general in stereo, but if you mix music in Dolby, something happen if you mix it in Dolby and just convert it to stereo. Something happens with, and it sounds way better. I'm not sure why, but it is.
Yeah, that's
like that.
That's awesome.
Yeah. So they said the privilege is to mix in Dolby, and if we need, stereo tracks, we can always convert it to stereo. But in stereo, they will also sound better, way better than if you mix it. If you mix it in stereo, you have stereo. Maybe there will be bigger headroom and dynamics or something. I'm not sure why. that's happening, but it is.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool. That with the capabilities and all that good stuff as well, that coming into to play.
Yeah.
Yeah, no. So there's a lot more there's a lot more to it between our partnerships and but what um we will loop back to the gaming platform the game index and all that stuff. So now that we're talking about our partnership and the long play studio, let's go ahead and proceed through on the potential the potential what we can evolve from just a partnership between music creations on the platform, right? We do have bigger plans. We do have bigger goals than just building a game hosting platform, because our ecosystem will allow us will bring us a lot of creators and resources and all that as well. And we'll be able to build different tools, extend our coverage as well with the music studio. So part of that is as part of our conversations privately before Tomo, where we had a chat about what else can we do with our game hosting platform and the music. We can also the studio can also create a whole bunch of different music as well that can be released on our platform for people to for people to make purchases as well if they enjoy the music as well, and as well as for game creators to actually they can choose to purchase the music as well if they wanted to, or they can just choose to pick and choose and select the music that they wish to utilize on their game from whatever we publish out on the platform, and then we can temporarily remove those assets as well from the marketplace, so that way it will give the game creators that unique access, the right to the game temporarily, or for short-term durations or whatever that long play studio would allow. And yeah, so that will open up a little bit more world of what we can build from there. Like for example, with more music coming out, with more music creators coming on board, on top of what long play studio is going to be creating as well, we could also build our own music streaming server, like what Spotify can build, but maybe we could just make a simpler version where the music creators can release the music on the platform, make some revenue, and then the owners of those music can go and put their music NFTs on our platform and allow people to select those music and then listen as a playlist. And we can integrate some sort of ad, to generate ad revenues to pay people, the music owners, the NFT owners, in a form of passive income. That can be done as well. Or we can also implement a very, very cheap premium, like a few dollars or whatever, $3, $4, $5 on a monthly basis.
It will be a subscription model, or they just buy NFT and they are able to listen the music.
Well,
are they able to sell it like a game after that?
Yeah.
If they want.
Yeah, of course. So let's say if you were to release your music on the marketplace, right? You can sell your music on the marketplace, just like we've spoken about before. So you can actually release your music from your studio on our marketplace and sell it, right? You can sell it to people, and they can listen to your music on the NFT, because when they load up on the marketplace or on the website, they will be able to listen to the music, because it's empty MP3 or MP4 files or whatever it is, file type that you choose to have, and those and those music NFT, they can be resold back into the marketplace as well. So people that own the music, they can actually resell it back, resell that copy, that right, back into the marketplace. Because what happened is, as the music creators, right, that releasing their music, so this including arts as well. So as the music creator that release their music on our platform, sell it as a copy of the NFTs. Those people that purchase the music, they have the right to the music, to listen to the song, to put on their whatever, use on the social media, use on the video, whatever, and and all that kind of stuff. But that being said, one just sold it. They sold that ownership to the new owners. Right, so the new owners will now have the rights to it. So this will also help with the copyright issues or all that as well. Because if you're the owner of NFT, of that music NFT, then you have the right to use that music. But once you sold it, you also sold that right to the new users.
Yeah.
So that means you can no longer own those music anymore. So you can also get copyright strike because you no longer own that. But if you hold on to it, then you have the original embedded copy of the music that's been authorized by the original artist or studio that released it on our platform, and you have the right to use. And they can also use that to put on our music streaming platform, where they can allow other people to go through and pick and choose the music and make a playlist out of it. And then just like to cover up your questions, where they will be able to be able to earn revenue, and we can set two types of revenue models as well, right? So one of them is basically run based on ads, and when people listen to it, it will generate ads just like what Spotify would do for free account, or people could just do a premium subscriptions where we can do a deductions in a form of MGA in our platform token. It may be different tokens in the future if we once we migrate it to the global version of our hosting platform. But people can still earn that passive income revenue. It may not be much, but if they were to put on the platform and forget about it, over time they should generate enough revenue more than what they purchased the music off the marketplace in the first.
So it's just like when you stake NFT, you also are getting some kind of revenue. That's the same.
Yeah. Well, you can just think it is a YouTube for music, right? It's a YouTube platform for music. Instead of you releasing your video and let people come and watch it over time, so you can generate that passive income from the app revenue that YouTube giving you. Well, you can do the same thing to your music NFT that you own on the platform. You can just stake it on the platform, and people will come and listen to it over time, and the app will play, and we will collect that revenue from the ads, and we can actually pay for the contributors that way as well. It's just based on the listeners and all that as well. But as the platform grow bigger and bigger, because this is a unique kind of platform. We want to build something in a more decentralized way, where just like what SoundCloud do, right? So where they allow artists to upload their music and showcase their music. Well, we can do that on our platform, where artists can release their music and sell it in a form of NFT as a copy of their music, and then they can also publish a copy or stake a copy of their NFT into our music platform and let other people listen to it.
So it can be. Then not only the artist will earning money from the playing, then the investors in in that NFT will also earning. That's great.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. So, that, so that's the whole point. So the design hasn't been concluded yet. So I do have some ideas in mind on how it will work. Um, on how it will work. But that being said, I don't want to give away and discuss it too much at this point because this is this is an expansion of our games, of our marketplace and the platform. So, and also we don't want people to steal our ideas as well, um, because the moment we mention something on what we do on our platform, the next day you're gonna have 100 people and their dogs trying to copy it,
And you're the worst.
and we want to avoid that as well.
Did you hear me?
What was that?
I said, yeah, and you are the worst for leaks.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. Because I talk too much shit.
Yes.
That's why.
Big time.
But the thing is, the thing is, I am very passionate about what I do, right? So, and I'm also the brain behind our business, behind this platform. So, I do get very excited. But that being said, most of my leaks are very, very controlled. I don't leak things 6 weeks ahead or out, except when we have an actual team meeting and I want something that I want to share with the team.
Yeah.
Certain things in the public, certain things in like, for example, our teaser Discord channel, they get to see certain things that we don't actually officially publish on our social media.
Yeah.
That's because it's the OG privilege that we provided, that we given them. Just like a certain thing that we are planning to do moving forward is also, it's a certain privilege as well. Like we also hardly share information to our own mod team because it's hard. It's highly secretive. Because what we're trying to build here is pretty revolutionary in a way,
Mm-hmm.
that we can change the entire gaming industry. And our idea, we invented this platform, right? Even though the platform is unique, it's something that doesn't exist.
Yeah.
But the thing is, the technology that we're using today, we didn't create them. We're just leveraging different type of technology.
Yep.
The internet, the blockchain, the web.
Putting it together.
And we combine it together into pieces that make it work.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a very, it's a big thing.
Yeah.
It can change the gaming industry. It will change the gaming industry to us. And it can be skeptical, right? I mean, what we're using here, like, what we're trying to do here, well, our end goal anyway. So at this point here, it's a little bit skeptical in a way, because we're in the crypto space, but our intention is to actually exit the crypto space to be a normal game processing platform out there, just like any other platform out there. But what makes us different is we are using this blockchain security, the blockchain technology, for its security, for the fact that it can generate a unique code that can be attached to the games and in-game asset, and make those games and make those copies a genuine digital copy that cannot be modified, cannot be hacked, cannot be copied, cannot be duplicated. Once the code is generated, it's only going to be that one code exists for that specific asset.
Yeah.
And anything else, anything else that come out as a different code to it, it's obviously a copy version.
Yeah.
Which is blockchain can create a different code or and connect to the asset. But that being said, people can try to copy.
It will be claimed automatically, or we will have to make some kind of strike or something.
No. So what will happen is, right? So the original code that we created for our game partners, that one that will be linked to the game. But the fake
Okay.
code that other people that may try to copy, obviously doesn't it's not linked to the game, so they won't be able to play the game with it. And number two, we can always copyright strike them as well. So if we see them release on the internet on different marketplace, it's an obvious fake that we can also copyright strike them and have them removed and all that kind of stuff. Um, but that being said, as our platform's growing bigger and bigger, we're gonna have more user base on our platform, games related user base, gamers and creators, right? And there's gonna be lots of eyes and ears for us. That if they see something exists somewhere else outside of the platform, it's gonna be an instant red flag to them and go, look, that's the fake version coming up already.
Yeah.
And they will let us know.
Yeah.
And they will let our creators know to go and copyright strike them. That's it will happen that way, simultaneously, because
These people want to protect their money.
Yes,
people
sir.
want to protect the
Yeah.
asset. That's right. It's like gamers want to protect their monies. Game devs want to protect the game files, the game code, the asset. So, and we as a platform, we also want to protect our reputation.
Yep.
And we also want to ensure that our game partners and our gamers are happy.
Yep.
So, and that being said, we should do that as well. We should be able, we should also keep an eyes and ears and help protect that as well, because it's not the right thing. To the piracy is not the right thing, especially fake and fake copies are trying to scam people for their money. The scammers need to be eliminated one way or another. All the bad intentions people.
Yeah.
The truth is you can't avoid fake. People can produce fake NFTs that not linked to the games. That's the fact. But that being said, people can also download the game file and play it without paying for it. That's a hack, that's a mod for game files that instead of paying X amount of money to buy it from the App Store or Play Store or whatever, or Steam or whatever, people could just download the game file and then hack it and then mod it to remove that pay bit for people to pay.
Yeah.
To kind of like bypassing it. So people can still bypass the game app, right? That we're going to be implementing on the game file. But the moment they bypass the NFT access, the wallet connectivities, they are no longer will have the original version of that game or asset.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
They're going to be if it's a multiplayer online game, they will end up playing it by themselves.
They wouldn't be able
because
to sell
they
it
would not have that.
anywhere else, right?
Yeah, they would. Yeah, they won't be able to sell it because it doesn't have value.
Yeah.
It's just a file now. It's just another file, just like every other gaming platform currently. So the moment they're trying to hack it and tweak it, they're basically taking a step back a generation of gaming.
Yeah.
So they can't do jack with it except for playing it on their own. Like nothing else they can do. If they were to try to release the game file, well, our game creators will have the traditional version to release on different platforms anyways. Like our platform doesn't restrict game creators and game partners to just stay with our platform, to release the game on that platform.
Yeah.
They still have the ability to release their own game into a different version. If they want to release on PC, on mobile game, on PlayStation, on Xbox, on Nintendo, they can do that. We don't stop them for that.
Yeah.
So there's no point for people to try to like hack and modify the file. The only thing that they can do is just to basically tamper with it and play it by themselves, because there's nothing else to benefit them in any way. They can't sell it because the original devs already selling the game files on different platforms, and they can't have anything that blockchain related on our side because it linked to the blockchain. I mean, you have to actually hack the blockchain itself to be able to override things that we do that connect to the game and the asset.
Yeah.
So there's not much you can do. It's not wasting their own time.
Mm.
So yeah, so that's a cool part as well. It does apply to games, to the game itself, to the in-game asset, to art as well, and to all the music as well. That's going to be released on our platform. And and that is our marketplace, right? And that is our marketplace that we're talking about.
Yeah, we haven't even spoken
So
about
like we
anything
haven't
else.
discussed the game index yet. Yeah, and the game index, for example, right? So at this point, we actually haven't built anything for our game index, but that's the reason behind it. We want our early partners to have a flexibility to actually host their own game files anywhere they wish to, because once we help them integrate that wallet connectivities into blockchain with their game, they're going to have that original game code that's fully set up. And then the game asset or the game pass will be released on our marketplace. So all the users need to do is just need to download the game,
Yeah.
that game file, and play the game. So that means the game creators can put the game files anywhere. Like at this point we don't give a shit. We want to give them that free flexibility, that free choice, for them to keep the game files safe and secure anywhere they wish to. They can have their own file hosting storage server somewhere. They can even keep it in their freaking Google Drive and Dropbox if they wanted to. If they feel that's safe enough for them, then just provide the link, and we can just put the link on our game page for people to click onto and download the file, because that's all they need. They just need the game file to install it.
Mm-hmm.
And then they purchase the asset on our marketplace, and then they connect the wallet once they launch the game, and then the asset will be read by the game, and that's it. Voila, it's available in game for them to play. That's the whole point.
Easy.
Giving the creators the opportunity to have that flexibility. But what we are trying to do though, what we are trying to do, we will eventually reach out to partner with different blockchain technologies to like, for example, like Filecoin, right? So we want to try to reach out to blockchain file hosting storage where it's fully decentralized. So that means only the game devs will have access to that specific file storage. No one else. And then their files will be kept safe and secure, because pieces of their files will get split up into different storage all over the world, right? Different storage all over the world, and if you can't combine the entire file together, then the whole file will not open. That's what the blockchain technology can do for file storage as well. So it's like a triple layer security for file, to keep your files safe on the cloud. Because the only way for you to hack file storage, a blockchain file storage, is for you to actually hack the internet itself. Well, internet is up and running 24/7 worldwide. I mean, if you can shut down the internet, then you can shut down the blockchain and file hosting storage. But if you can't do that, then you won't be able to access the files, because the only original uploaders, which is the game devs, will have that access to the game file. We're not even going to have that access to the game file as a platform, and that's a flexibility, because if in the traditional games platform, if you want to release your game on Steam, you need to upload your game files on Steam server. And guess what?